Deze documentaire is mede mogelijk gemaakt door Pro Excelsior en EVS Events.
Hello mate, good to see you, come on in.
Jaarlijks komen er vele Engelsen naar Nederland om een wedstrijd in de Nederlandse competitie bij te wonen. Velen kiezen voor de grote clubs, maar Stewart koos voor onze mooie club Excelsior. Wij volgden hem in Nederland en zochten hem op in Leicester. Stewart laat ons eerst zijn mancave zien dat een en al voetbal ademt. In de mancave voornamelijk merchandise van de voor hem twee mooiste clubs. Zijn Leicester City en Excelsior Rotterdam.
So that's the Leicester City squad 1969 to 1970 when I first decided to take a real interest in football. Some really good players there. Ali Brown, Alan Woolett, Graham Cross, David Nish, Lenny Glover. Happy memories. So that is the Excelsior promotion party in 2014 when they won promotion via the playoffs at Waalwijk. Good day. I sat and watched and listened to that or followed that on the internet and had a glass of Amstel to celebrate.
Stewart's eerste wedstrijd was de derby van 2008 tegen Sparta, waar Excelsior met 0-1 won.
I went to see Sparta v Excelsior in about 2007, 2008 in the derby game at the Castle, and Excelsior won 1-0. Leen van Steensel scored a header, I think, from a corner. Kees Laux was playing, who had a superb game. And yeah, so that was the first time I saw Excelsior play. And then the first time I went to Woudenstein was probably a year later, and Excelsior beat De Graafschap in I think it was a Friday night game at Woudenstein in the Jupiler League. Yes, that was the first time there, so first two matches, 2 victories. The Excelsior supporters, the away supporters at that game were excellent, that first match. So we really wanted to go to see Excelsior play at home and experience a home game with Excelsior. So that's why we went to Woudenstein for the game against De Graafschap, and we went and sat in the Henk Zon tribune. But I've had some good nights and good afternoons in Excelsior. I particularly remember a game against Utrecht a few years ago, which I think Excelsior won about 3-0, and Utrecht had a good side that day, Ricky van Wolfswinkel, but Excelsior played really, really well that day. Yeah, so had some very good times in Rotterdam watching Excelsior.
2 jaar later bezochten Stewart en zijn vrienden de uitwedstrijd van Excelsior tegen AGO VV uit Apeldoorn. Hier kreeg hij en zijn vrienden te maken met winterse omstandigheden.
In February 2010, travelled to Apeldoorn by train. So we got a train from The Hague to Apeldoorn, and then we got a bus from the train station to Arjo VV to see Excelsior get beaten 4-2 with a Nasser Chadli hat-trick in the snow, in the freezing cold, playing with an orange ball they were. Excelsior lost 4-2. There was 28 away supporters, 6 of whom were English.
Op 21 oktober 2016 bezocht hij de wedstrijd van Excelsior tegen PEC Zwolle op het vernieuwde Woudenstein, tegenwoordig het Van Dongen en de Roosstadion. Wij volgden hem voor, tijdens en na de wedstrijd.
Normally try to get over to Holland to watch Excelsior 2 or 3 times a season. So normally get 2 or 3 games in a season. Sometimes home games, sometimes away games. But obviously, mostly home games, that's the attraction.
I've got this for you, mate, because this is... this, mate, is... look at this.
Yes, right.
So you're in the back somewhere as well, actually, because we've got the subscribers in.
Yeah, bizarre, man.
Sorry, mate. There you go, mate.
That's
Yeah, so
for posterity.
this one, yeah. Look at that. That's some reading material, mate. Yeah, that's for you.
Great.
Good, mate. Good. Good to see you, Woody. Good to see you, mate.
Koolwijk. Matthij, ja, die is dichtbij. Tussen twee spelers.
Excelsior, I think it's a really good club, great supporters, really good friendly atmosphere. Team that likes to play attractive, flowing football, and a sense of community, I guess. A sense of community with the people of Kralingen. Yeah, and a really nice, friendly, good place to go and watch football.
Knap verlengd. Door Quincy Menig. Easy Boué. Mokhtar, dit ziet er al veel beter uit. Wat PEC Zwolle betreft, dit is een kans en een goal. Van Quincy Menig. En zo staat PEC Zwolle na 3 minuten in de tweede helft op voorsprong. Het is meteen raak voor PEC Zwolle. Heeft nog energie genoeg. Thomas is nog fris. Warmerdam. Warmerdam zelf. Sterk. Goede actie. Goede goal. Hij maakt hem weer. Net als tegen Twente. Warmerdam. En dit is wel de beslissing. 0-2.
Excelsior is a club that I can only describe as the definition of the word welcoming. It's like you can walk in there, not know anyone, and every time we go there, we walk away knowing somebody else, and you always get recognised. And we always go and see Theo and whatever, and we get to have great chats and meet great people, and it's just such an intimate club that I've supported teams my entire life. I've supported Leicester my whole life, for example. But I've never had the same intimacy that I got in such a quick way when watching Excelsior. So when I explain it to people, I just have to say, it's just hey look, it's just such a good place to be, especially when you're a football fan.
Seen some really good players, I think, really good players at Excelsior, really good players. Leen van Steensel, nice to see Ryan Koolwijk back, Kevin Watermelo, yeah, some really good players, really good. Jeff Stans, it's a shame he left, I thought he was a good player. Lars Veldwijk, and Kees Laux, I thought he was superb when he played for Excelsior. I really can't believe that he's not playing at a better standard than he is now, having seen him play, and also saw him play for Roda against Ardo as well. The similarities are they're both family clubs, and I think they both have a loyal, hard core of support that will always turn out through good times and bad. So when Excelsior struggle, the attendances will fall, and the same's true of Leicester. But there's always a good, hard core of fans that will always turn up to support their club.
Stewart heeft de afgelopen jaren een hele mooie verzameling van Leicester shirts verzameld. Sommige van deze shirts hebben een hele bijzondere betekenis voor hem.
So Leicester City, when it's Remembrance Sunday, Poppy Day, the players wear a special shirt with the poppy on, and then supporters are given the opportunity to buy them at auction, and the money goes to charity, goes to the Royal British Legion to support veterans of conflict and former servicemen. And so we put a bid in for this shirt in about 2009, I think this must have been, and our bid won, so that's the match-worn shirt, poppy shirt of Bruno Berner, Swiss international who played for Leicester City. Great player. It's a pleasure to have, an honour to have his shirt. So that's a signed picture of Steve Walsh just after he'd scored Leicester's second in the 1994 playoff final against Derby County. We won 2-1 after being a goal down, and that was Walsh scored both goals that day, and That second goal clinched promotion back to the Premier League for Leicester City. That's a photo of Jeffrey Schlupp scoring in the last minute against Spurs in the FA Cup in 2015. As you can see from the scoreboard there, it's at 4:49, the 90 minutes were up. It was 1-1, looked like we were heading for a replay and Jeffrey Schlupp popped up with the winner. Great goal and a great photo, I think.
In het seizoen 2015-2016 beleefde Leicester een droomjaar. Kampioen van Engeland. Zagen ze dit aankomen?
No, I never ever expected to live to see Leicester City become champions of England. I guess in my heart of hearts, I always would want to see Leicester City win the FA Cup. We've been to 4 finals and lost every single one. And I would love to see us lift the FA Cup, but last season really was living the dream. To be crowned champions of England, absolutely unbelievable, brilliant.
Last season, I won't lie, it was definitely the easiest time it's ever been to be a Leicester fan. But you know, why wouldn't it be? You know, like I've seen, for example, I've seen Leicester play in League One. I've seen us play in the Championship. I've seen us play in the Premiership. I've seen us win the Premiership, and you know, to see your club progress, it only makes your passion for that team stronger. When you've seen where we've been, where we've come from, and how hard the club's worked, how hard the players have worked, how well the team's done, it only makes it easier to support them, I think. And like, you know, I mean, you know, whatever happens now, you know, I think Leicester have proved that that football is still a team and a club game, as you know, as it always should be, rather than a corporate responsibility that gets to dictate which teams have the best support. You know.
I was born in Leicester, my hometown team, Leicester City supporter, family club. Father took me down. Yeah, my mum used to go down. Whole family used to go down to watch Leicester. I guess you have to really treasure the good times when they come along, because supporting Leicester City and also, I guess, Excelsior, the good times in truth don't come along that often. So for Leicester City to get relegated to the 3rd tier of English football was horrible. To bounce back straight away was brilliant. And since then we've done really, really well, obviously culminating last season and winning the league.
We gingen met Stewart en Noah zijn zoon ook nog op pad naar Leicester City. Zij speelden in het seizoen 2016-2017 hun laatste thuiswedstrijd van het seizoen tegen Bournemouth in het King Power Stadium. Dit was de documentaire over Stewart en zijn 2 mooiste voetbalclubs in zijn leven. Leicester City en Excelsior Rotterdam.
When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're laughing, oh, when you're laughing, the sun comes shining through. When you're crying, you bring out the rain. rain, so stop your sighing. Be happy again when you're smiling. The whole world smiles with you. The whole world smiles with you. When you're smiling, oh, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're laughing, oh, when you're laughing, the sun comes shining through. When you're crying, you bring on the rain, so stop sighing.
You can expect a good time. You can expect to meet nice people, see some football of not a bad standard of football, meet some nice people and enjoy a good glass of beer.